Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. Yeah, GALA dropped a little lower yesterday into the late hours of Friday. And yeah, today we're just consolidating here a little bit. So let's take a look at the structure. The structure itself hasn't really changed, but I've added an alternative wave count that is a potential that I can identify on various cryptocurrency charts, and therefore it is quite a likely one, and also it is pretty much in line with what Bitcoin could be doing. So let me explain. The idea here on the GALA chart is that we're obviously in this wave 2 rally that I discussed in previous videos, and it's a corrective rally. Essentially what I'm watching for is ideally something like this: a larger wave A, a larger wave B, a larger wave C, possibly into that red resistance zone of 6 cents plus 6.2 cents, but we need to take it level by level with GALA because the overall chart is quite bearish, at least not clearly bullish. Therefore, we need to be very much aware that risk management is important and that there's certainly no guarantee to get very high in that red resistance zone, but we can cover it, we can follow it until it invalidates or something breaks. The idea is at the moment that within this first A wave, a smaller A wave completed end of December or middle of December, we have this A wave to the upside. And then the idea is that possibly now a B wave might be unfolding and then a C wave could follow. That's pretty much in line with what other coins are doing as well. Okay, on some coins, we're dealing with a 1-2 setup. On others, this is a wave 3 top and a wave 4 down with a wave 5 to come. But overall, most coins are in a pullback of sorts. Now, I can identify it on several coins that they do something like this potentially. Like, yeah, the move down was just the A wave. The B wave is still unfolding. This is the white count, and the C wave will happen later. As opposed to what the yellow count says, yep, the A wave bottomed. This was already wave B, and we come down now in wave C. It literally depends on what happens here now, because it's basically forming this kind of double bottom, which is not bullish. It just indicates weakness, actually. So typically, in most cases, whenever we have a double bottom like that, it will break eventually, okay? So what you find in the internet, often they tell you that it's a reversal pattern. Well, it might be a short-term reversal here, like, for example, in the white count in wave C of B, and then we could come down still, yeah? So giving us a larger A wave down, B wave up, C wave down in a small ABC structure in B. So that's sort of what I'm watching as an alternative, but a likely alternative for the following reason. Double bottom could provide a short-term bounce. We see a small green reversal candle potentially, even though it's not really moving a lot yet. But also on the Bitcoin chart, I explore the idea if Bitcoin has started its B wave now. Obviously, it's a different pattern, and I talk about that in detail in the relevant Bitcoin videos. But that would allow also GALA to maybe recover in a B wave, a wider B wave, before then this final sell-off in a C wave happens, in which also Bitcoin could come down in its C wave. So that's sort of what I'm watching, that kind of extended B wave potentially. So be aware that if we now recover, and it is an ideal spot to recover, at least temporarily, then we need to see some evidence first, obviously, to confirm that. But if we recover, it might just be an extended B wave. It will depend a little bit on the structure that shows. But yeah, this would be my idea. And then we will have significant resistance at around 3.17 cents. And then obviously around the December highs at 3.5 cents. And it needs a break. It takes a break of the descending trend line to suggest that this is what's happening. Of course, in the yellow count, we would just continue to trend down. But I just noticed that we have seen here this green reversal candle. Bitcoin might have started its B wave. Looking at some indicators, we see here a bullish divergence, So all of that adding together, highlighting that, okay, we might see a short-term reversal. It's not a great setup because we have 3 waves up only, but it fits very well the idea of a more extended B wave in a flat structure. That's my update about GALA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.